Hello. Today we're going to speak on House Bill 5 ELA Rules, Texas Administrative Code, Chapter 7412, and it's going to be B1. My name is Travis Waddell, and this is from Region 10 Educational Service Center. Once again, we're referencing the Texas Administrative Code, Chapter 7412, B1. And what that says is English Language Arts 4 credits. Now, this particular portion of the Texas Administrative Code still holds to what was written last year. That is not compliant with the Texas Education Code, so please do not go by this particular rule and how it's written, where it says after the successful completion of English 1, 2, and 3. That Senate bill come out. That was Senate Bill 826 that overrode that. And that is now written in the Texas Education Code, and I'll show you where to find that right now. So to show you where that's written, it's written in the Texas Education Code 28025. And remember, the Texas Education Code is decided on by the legislature and written by the legislature and voted on by the legislature and then enacted by the State Board of Education into the rules, which are the Texas Administrative Code. So we're going to be going off the Texas Education Code for today's conversation. And what it says is the student must have 4 credits in English Language Arts under Section 2802002. Including 1 credit in English 1, 1 credit in English 2, 1 credit in English 3, and 1 credit in Advanced English course authorized under Section B2. So if we go down to B2, and what it states is that for a student to comply with the curriculum requirements for an Advanced English course under B11 for an Advanced Math course, and so forth. So that's how that language is written. Let's go back over to Chapter 74 of the Texas Administrative. So let's get back to the basics. For English Language Arts, I'm going to need a student, and you're going to need a student, and that student's going to need to have 3 credits in English before they enter, 3 credits in English plus English 4. So they have to have English 1, 2, and 3, and then there's a little bit of latitude when it comes to English 4. They can take English 4 like a lot of our seniors do. They can consider one of these other approved classes: literary genres, creative writing, public speaking 3, debate 3, so forth. Advanced placement courses or IB courses. We can also look at dual credit. And there's also like a business English. Be careful with business English because business English is not accepted by the NCAA. It is, however, a CTE class which qualifies for additional funding. If you want to learn more about that, we do have a funding series video that you could review that would talk specifically about how that works. And also consider the college preparatory English Language Arts classes developed in accordance with the Texas Education Code 28014. One of the things I want to touch on is we were asked recently if a student who took modified English could still graduate a distinguished level of achievement or with an endorsement, and the answer is yes. And I want to show you where that language is written. Right here, it only holds in Chapter 7412 that the student has to earn credit in 4 English classes. So let's go over to Chapter 891070 of the Texas Administrative Code to talk about SPED processes. So when helping a student graduate who has a special education IEP, we're going to look at 891070, and specifically, we're going to look at Rule C. And it says a student receiving special ed services may earn an endorsement under 7413 of this title, and that's 7413 of the Texas Administrative Code, if they satisfactorily complete the requirements for graduation of the Foundations High School program in 7412, which is where we were operating for the English Language Arts classes, and additional credits in math, science, and elective courses as specified in 7413E of this title. Now that's where they tell you got to have the additional math and the additional science in order to earn an endorsement. But for this process, talking about English Language Arts, and those classes can be taken with or without modification. So the fact that a student would have 4 years of modified English would have no bearing on them earning an endorsement as long as those 4 classes aren't required of the endorsement if they were, that would be under the arts and humanities. If you have any more questions about that, please reach out to us. Our contact information is right here. Please feel free to pause the screen and write that down, or take down either our phone numbers or our email addresses, or reach out to myself or Sandy, and we will gladly help you with any of your House Bill 5 Foundations questions. Have a great morning or afternoon, and we look forward to seeing you again.